We're back again for episode 7 in our series about how to launch your brand on social media. I'm Katie. I'm a design educator here at Canva. If you've watched the earlier episodes in this series, you'll know so far we've explored finding our audience, creating a marketing plan, designing in Canva, and measuring metrics for success. Now we're on to one of my favorite parts, content strategy. All right, so we have learned so much already, and your campaign is live, and you have built an audience, and that is great, but that is not where we're stopping. You cannot stop posting at this point. You are building momentum. So we're gonna build on that momentum you've just created with a content strategy that's gonna help you grow your community continuously, and you'll keep re-engaging that community. All right, this brings us back to our funnel. This moves your audience to the next step in the funnel. You've run your awareness campaign, and the next phase is to get them through until they are considering buying your product. So your social messaging needs to hit different messaging beats for each stage on this ladder. You can maintain awareness by posting regularly to build up an audience across multiple platforms and channels. This means a lot of content creation, but luckily, Canva can help you build all marketing channels with templates to support you for whichever channel you're designing content for. The magic resize feature will also help you design as effectively as possible by enabling you to design once and then resize that content for every marketing channel. But how are you going to come up with fresh content every week? I think it's really wise to think ahead and plan with a structured approach. Here's our industry experts with some tips on how to do just that.
Standing out on social media is no easy feat. You have to post consistently, but you can't just post the same thing over and over again. Continually coming up with new ideas for content that your community will love takes some serious creativity.
So I think the inspiration process is a big part of it. You should follow accounts that aren't brands, that are doing really cool things that you like, and see like, how can I take some learnings from that and apply them to my social media strategy. So if you see a brand that's doing like really cool video work, or not a brand but an account, you can think, okay, how do I apply this into what I'm doing with like my food or my clothing line or whatever it is that your brand is. But I think at the end of the day, it's about putting yourself outside of the business box and thinking more from a creative perspective, and then trying to marry the two, that you're gonna come up with creative content.
So how do you keep coming up with new ideas? We've got 3 techniques to help: educate, inspire, entertain. Education is all about empowerment. You're an expert at what you do. Share that knowledge with your community so they can learn from you. If you're a florist, you could teach them about what flowers are in bloom this season. Inspiration is about getting creative and sharing new ideas. Maybe an interesting new way to display flowers in your home. You could even ask your community for their suggestions. They might have some great ideas too. And don't be afraid to entertain. Be witty or a bit wacky. How many funny flower puns can you think of? If it makes you smile, it'll make your audience smile too. So mix it up and try new things. I believe in you.
So take a moment to plan out your short-term goals, your long-term goals, and then plot them out in a content calendar. It's a great tip to align days of the week with different types of content. Having a batch of content that you've already created can help you produce ahead of time, so to ease your workload and also allow you more time to post reactive content to upcoming trends. You'll want to keep all of your content as on trend as possible so that it makes it more shareable and exciting for your audience. So don't forget to keep your posts consistent with look and feel so that your brand is very easily recognizable. So we've come up with some tips on how to make your content recognizable and more visually engaging. So start with add motion, make it move. Posts with motion drive higher engagement than static posts. Next, take advantage of anything interactive that platform allows you to use. So think polls and multiple choice questions, quizzes, whatever that platform allows you to use to get your audience in and get them clicking, use it to your advantage. Another one is carousels. On Instagram, you can now share up to 10 tiles, and carousels have higher engagement than single posts. So make sure you're using those. Another good tip is ask questions in your post. I would ask you to, every other post that you create, have it end in an open-ended question. This will pull in your audience and get them talking. And lastly, use Instagram stories. Instagram stories are so valuable for engaging with your community. One, you can use more natural, less on brand posts if you want. And you can also use their new sticker for links. Anybody can use links and link out right to your website where people can buy your products or services from Instagram stories. Which leads us to the question, how often do you post? We asked Morgan for her insight on posting frequency and tips on how Canva can help you automate your publishing strategy.
Many social channels' algorithms don't show content in chronological order anymore, so old posts could always show up on your followers' feed. Ideally, you should be posting about once a day, but 3 to 4 times a week is a good amount. Building a social media calendar can help you see the overall picture of your strategy and make sure you're hitting your key pillars often enough. It also means you can just set up your whole month of publishing and then forget about it, leaving you free time to focus on other things. Canva's Content Planner connects directly with Facebook and Instagram, so you can organize everything in one place. So now you can create branded assets quickly and you have your content plan. It's time to automate your publishing strategy. Let's see how that works.
Did you know you can post to your social media without leaving Canva? Even better, you can schedule your posts ahead of time with Canva Pro's Content Planner. Let's see how that works. Once your post is ready, click the Share button, then Schedule, and select the day and time you want your post to go live. Then, select your social platform. If this is your first time posting through the Content Planner, Canva will ask you to connect your social media accounts and add your captions, and your post is ready to go. You can also access the Content Planner on the homepage. This will give you an overview of all the social media posts you've already posted and your scheduled content. You can even start your creative process from here. Simply click the plus icon to start a new design. Want to know how your posts are doing? View insights from the Content Planner. Click on your post. Under the Insights tab, you can access all the analytics and get valuable insights into how your content is performing. With Canva Pro, you have all you need to become a social media expert.
And just a reminder, the Content Planner is a Pro feature. But if you don't have a Pro account, don't stress. You can still schedule your post individually, one at a time. Okay, so that's it for this episode. I'm so glad you joined me today, and I hope you learned some tips about getting your posts seen by the right audience. We're nearly to the end of the series. We have one more episode, and that's going to focus on the importance of building a community. This is a really fun one, so you don't want to miss it. Before you go, hit the subscribe button so you'll know when that new episode drops. Okay guys, see you next time.